duty over here for KO and for Comedy Hub. So sorry if it's a little bit rocky. I'm running two different setups, but welcome. So glad you guys could be here tonight. I'm your tech. I'm Annie Dies a Lot. And you guys, we have some awesome comedy for you tonight. In fact, we got someone that has to go a little bit early, so we're going to get right into it. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about the show after him. Give it up for the absolutely amazing, you guys, we got Justin Herman. Let's go.
Whoa, hey, whoa, what's going on? Hello, Internet. Hello, friends. I'm coming at you from Los Angeles, the city that makes you worse at comedy, but better at thinking you're good at comedy. So things are going great. We are killing it out here. I'm trying to be positive about this comedy game. You have to be. Like my buddy, a good friend of mine, just won best clean set at a festival. But I just won best clean set at the STD clinic. So we're both doing great, you know? I tied for first. I killed it on the panel. It was great. Does anybody do that? I do this weird thing. I get a little dressed up when I go to get an STD test. Does anybody else do this? Does anybody ever I'm not putting on a tux. I'm not a psychopath, but like I wear my nice watch. You know what I mean? Like I try. I don't know. I think it's because it matters to me that people know that I'm there by choice, not obligation. You know what I mean? Like it matters. Like I'm here because I'm responsible, not recovering from a blackout. Because like if I go to an STD clinic, I gotta wear something that if I go there wearing dirty sweatpants, I look like I just blew somebody under a bridge. That's just how, I mean, look at me. That's just, I have the hair and beard that says could be successful in Hollywood. Or could be homeless in Hollywood. Like I can go either way. You guys don't seem on board with this. Like just rub your eyes and look at me and tell me I don't look like I shower at an Anytime Fitness. Like I'm there. Like I could go either way. I could be successful in Hollywood. I could be homeless in Hollywood. But either way, I'm definitely blowing someone under a bridge. Well, my choice. It's my choice. I don't know. Well, who am I trying to impress is my question. Like, it's like I think these people are all cool because they got laid. Is that what it is? I feel like I've been trying to impress them like I'm trying to rush their frat. Like I can tap a keg, but I can definitely break a condom. You know, the people need. My family's very proud, is what I'm trying to say. They love my aspirations. My dad is coming to visit this week. My dad lives in Australia, which I think is an overrated country. And I'm not just saying that because I look like the weakest Hemsworth brother.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys know Thor? I'm like iron deficient man. I'm like the Hemsworth brother that works at Jiffy Lube. Like it's not great, but it's a good country. The thing about Australia for my dad is like it changed his life for the better. Like I didn't know him as a happy person until he moved to Australia. Truly, like my dad's a Jew from the Bronx. He's always been this gruff, grumpy, stubborn piece of shit. And now he's retired and owns a farm. And he's having a great time, and it's so fucking annoying. It's the worst. I hate this version of my dad. Like he's out there having a great time, and now I'm the working stiff. Like this is bullshit. This is not the family business I wanted to inherit. He's annoying. He's a fucking farmer. He gets so excited about berries. If you ever talk to somebody about berries for a half an hour, it's the worst. He's the worst. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like he says such annoying shit. He's always like, yeah, well, food just tastes better when you grow it. Shut the fuck up. You used to tell stories about getting jumped in the streets. Like now you're fucking talking about your vegetable. Like fuck. He is so obsessed with his fruits. Like he just grew a peach. You know what a peach is? This is his great accomplishment in 2024. It's literally a combination of a plum and a peach. A peach. A plum and a fucking. He's preaching about the peach. Like it's like. He's just breeding fruits now. It's like an inbred dog that you can eat. It sucks. I don't know. I think it's boring. Listen, who cares? Somebody was like, "Oh, cool, a peach and a plum." You know what happens when you combine a stone fruit with a stone fruit? You get a fucking stone fruit. How is that interesting to anybody? So I want to ruin his good time. And my dad's a Jew, and the best way to ruin his good time is to bring up the cost. Or Palestine. I'm kidding. I did the math on his farm. So he spent all year building this little orchard for these pleaches, and fencing and fertilizer, and it ended up costing him about $6,000. And at the end of the year, he successfully grew 2 pleaches. He made 2. Each pleach cost him $3,000. That's a semester at community college for me, so I don't have to do this. Do you understand? I wouldn't be here if his priorities were better. That's fucking 1 eye of LASIK per piece of fruit. Like, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. It's like, and he's so excited about it. I'm going to ruin this for him, but like, it fascinates me. Like, this is how much I think America ruins us as people. I think we're all just so angry all the time that we can never relax. And then my dad moved to Australia, and he got so relaxed that he's tinkering with food genetics. It's a better life, and it's annoying. It's just, I don't know. I don't like the reversal, because I used to be a dancer, and he was like, "What a pussy."
Why would I have him?
And now he's growing a pleach, and I'm like, "What a pussy." Do you see the And he's a New Yorker. He's not supposed to be happy. That's how I feel. Anybody else ever have a midlife crisis on this Zoom show?
Hey!
Anybody else do that right now? It's happening. You're witnessing it. It's also, everybody look at Edwards' photo. Is Edward just cartoon Justin?
I can't see it. Oh, yeah.
That is the greatest. I hope, is that meant?
That's crazy.
Is that what you look like, Edward? Or are you mocking me?
Oh, he does that to a lot of people.
Is it my first time seeing it? I've never been caricatured in real time on the internet before. Everyone just speculates about how gay I actually am. So that was new for me, Edward. I appreciate that. That was way better. By everyone, I mean my dad.
Oh.
No, he's gotten over it because he has his fucking raspberry farm now, that piece of shit. Yeah, I'm definitely having a midlife crisis. There's no doubt about it. Everything I've said for the last 7 minutes backs that up. I'm of the age where that could be happening. Like, I'm in my late 30s. So late that I'm 41. It's happening. I think it's happening. I think a midlife crisis, people think about it as like a moment in time, but I like to think about it as the day that I turned 40 and every moment since. That's what it is to me. I think a midlife crisis is all about, it's actually just recognizing a major perspective shift on your life. Like years ago, my job, I had the greatest job. I got hired by Animal Planet to write dick jokes for all of their shows. I was literally known by executives as the dick joke guy at Animal Planet. And it was amazing, and I loved it. And I didn't know fish had dicks, but I wrote jokes about it anyways. And now, the years later, I've looked back on that. Instead of being like, that's the coolest job I've ever had, now I look at it like, wow, I couldn't even get promoted to human dicks. What kind of piece of shit failure can't do human? It's just, I don't know. I think that everything in my life in the last year has been pointing towards midlife. Like, my whole dating life has been a midlife crisis. Like, last year I dated a married woman. She was non-monogamous. But after a few dates, she was like, I think we need to change our terminology to polyamorous. And I was like, I don't know what either of those mean. She had to explain it to me, and it was very minute, the difference. And I was like, honestly, why does this title matter? Why does it matter? Who cares? And if we're going to use the title, why can't we call this good old-fashioned adultery? I don't know. I made a lot of weird dating choices. I dated a much younger woman. I dated a woman who was in her early 30s. So early that she was 28. -3. She was 25. Very mature for her age. Not emotionally, but she was tall. It just, I don't know. That's dating this girl. It didn't last very long for all the reasons you can imagine. But like, this is how I knew I was having a midlife crisis, because my pet name for her was my red Corvette. You know what I mean? Like, I knew. We all knew. I think nobody tells you when you're dating in your 40s that you're going to be fucking a lot of moms. But mostly your moms. I think it happens to, it's just the nature. You date like moms and divorcees, and it's that nobody tells you that your dating life is just going to be a Pornhub category, you know? But that's kind of, and I kind of like it. I think dating moms and divorcees, I think it's kind of hot because they're world weary. They've been hurt.
Ah,
They don't trust anybody. So if they let you in, boy, is that validating. You know, it's like surviving in the apocalypse and knocking on a stranger's door and getting them to invite you in for a cup of coffee. Like, you've done something right to be chosen, to be trusted. I think it's hot. I think it's hot because when you're world weary, all you've known is pain. So they're just going to be like, yeah, you can fuck me as long as it's not in my Roth IRA.
ah.
And I like that. I don't know. I am dating somebody. She's Muslim and I'm a Jew, so we are heroes. No, you guys don't like that? Disagree? You guys are like, oh, a Jew and a Muslim. Those are my least two favorite things. You guys are like, oh, great. Now they control the weather and the times. Cool. I don't know. I think what we're doing is important, and that's what I tell her every time I pitch her that we should have sex in public. And I was like, babe, now more than ever, the world needs to see a Jew and a Muslim come together.
Hey-o.
All right, guys, I got to go. I'm Justin Herman. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you all very much.
Give it up for Justin Herman, everybody. Thank you so much, Justin. That was fantastic. Yes, that was great. All right, you guys. And now I will officially open the show, you guys. Welcome to KO Friday. I am your type tonight. I am Annie Dies a Lot, and we're going to go over a few things before we get on to your next amazing comedian. Yes, we are. The very first thing, if you are here in the Zoom room, and I know that some of you haven't already, now's a great time to go ahead. Turn on those mics and cameras, you guys. Come on. It definitely helps the show out if we can see and hear your reactions. We know it's the internet. No judgment here. If you don't want to do that, that is fine. Just go ahead, use that reaction button down below. Yeah, use it. We can still see how you're doing. And Twitch, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you guys want to come be a part of this room, you're all welcome to be in the Zoom room. That's right. All you got to do is go to KO Comedy, sign up for the email. You'll receive a link for this show and all of our shows. You guys, we got great shows all week long. Tomorrow or after this show, we have a Zoom exclusive. That's right. When Twitch goes dark, the after party begins. Lorna Batters and Sarah Green are in the room tonight. We are going to play some games. We are going to hang out and have fun. Tomorrow, the Jackie Mo Show is back. Jackie Monahan will be here, and I will be your special co-host. And Sunday, Casey McNeil is back with an all-new KO Sunday. So you guys, lots of reasons to come hang out with us right here in the Zoom room. That's right. And if you're here in the Zoom and you want to go see what's happening over on Twitch, that's pretty easy too. All you got to do is go to twitch.tv/Comedy Hub, and you can hang out with all the fine people there, including the world's worst AI comedian on the planet. That's right, Laughing Larry. He is in the chat. He is god awful. If you want to see some really bad comedy, just type Laughing Larry AI followed by a comment, and he'll say something really dumb back. He will. That's a promise. You guys, we got some great comedians for you tonight, and listen, free show. You are so welcome. That being said, we still ask that you support everyone you see tonight. The best way to do that, the easiest way, and fun fact, freest way, is to give everybody a follow. During everyone's sets, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to drop their Instagram handles both on my screen and down in the chat. Follow them. See if they're going to be in a town near you. See if they have any new projects coming up. So many reasons to give them a good follow. And you'll help their algorithm out. So do it. Also, we won't say no if you want to donate to the show. No, we will not. It is pretty easy. We take Venmo at KO-Comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. If you're watching over on Twitch, we take those bits as well. Twitch. And we don't just take your money. We're going to give you a shout out. Absolutely. Yep, that's right. It's going to happen. We're going to put your name on our board, our donor board of the month. Since it's Halloween, the month of October, you are going to you're gonna get your name attached to something spooky. So definitely check it out. All right, you guys, it's time to go on. Are you guys ready for some comedy? I think I'm ready.
Recording in progress.
Yeah. All right, let me see here. I'm running two different things. I can't. Okay, there we go. Now I can see. All right, you guys, it is time. Let's make it happen. Shouted her out just a minute ago. She is going to be your host tonight for the after party. But right now, let's get into some comedy. Give it up for the absolutely amazing Lorna Batter.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you, and your money will be in the mail. Thank you so much for coming. It's great to see everybody. Some people I haven't seen for a wee while. It's good to see you. I'm doing this completely different spot and on an iPad, so I can't see everybody, but I'm still going to try and do, if I do gallery, I cut my head off, which is probably the best thing for me at the moment.
Oh, no.
So I don't know why people say, well, I was about to tell you, I'm feeling my age recently, but I don't know why people say that. Like, you're always your age. But what I think they mean to say is I'm feeling old. So I'll just say, I'll clarify, I am feeling my age, but it's not actually mine. It's my granny. I'm feeling my granny's age, like she is right now, literally. Dead. She's dead. I'm not been feeling very well. I've had some weird things coming up because of my age, I guess, on Facebook. I've got all these friend requests. It's really nice. But why are they all men in their late 50s that apparently are in the military in some medical capacity? Now, clearly, AI hates me, but knows what I need. Maybe. I think there's probably somebody that could lift me up and also do the medical side of things. And if you haven't guessed, I wrote this about 20 minutes ago, so here goes. Alexa, she's the worst one. She doesn't like me. No matter what I tell, even though I programmed it to my voice, which is very difficult to do because, like, of my accent, because they're all dumb. Can I say the C word? No. Get the point. There's little flies all over here, so I'm not just clapping myself. I'm not going cheerleader. Little fly. So Alexa never does what I want. So I remember one time I was in a pub. You know, the pub, in case you don't remember, I do have a pub in my spare room, doesn't everybody? So I was relaxing in my pub and I had the music on full blast and my ex-husband comes home from work and walks in and doesn't, like, this is like the mentality of an Englishman. Doesn't say, turn the music down. And like this, he just comes in. I can't hear a fucking word. Like, I can't hear my hell. Like, the music's blasting. So anyway, that's besides the point. Sorry, that came out my head. The point was, the music was blasting. So I went, Alexa, pause. And she says, oh, fucking bitch. She says, adding poise to your shopping list. And my ex-husband goes, yeah, you need some poise, you. And I went, she's not talking about my posture. It's a fucking adult nappy. And he's like, well, you probably need one of them too.
Oh.
Which is sad because I did have some medical treatments, but I had to wear them just in case. But I was fine. I can control people. Just because I had like 4 hours of ketamine and lidocaine pumping into my arm, I never lost consciousness. And I was like, is mine saline? Because everybody else was asleep in seconds. And when they woke up, they were like, did you wet yourself? And they're like, because that's what happens. You lose control of your body. Me, I was making Facebook posts until somebody shouted at me, took my phone off me. And then eventually I told the doctor, like, he's like, how are you? And I walked over to him and he's like, you just walked to me. I can barely walk as it is, but I managed it after all that. And he's like, Lorna, I can do it up one more percentage or whatever it is, but I'm not comfortable doing that. And it's legally a grey area. So there's nothing more I can do for you. And I was like, well, thank you for all the salt water. But yeah, so AI hates me, my body hates me. You probably got the issue already about my legs, but I don't know if you got it clearly. They are fucking magnificent. They're the most beautiful legs I've ever seen. I love them. I just wish they'd work. Dark. This is going to be dark, folks. Sorry. Okay, I can't even see what I've written now. What's that program? Oh, yeah. So talking medical stuff, I was watching this program the other day, and it's basically finding out how people have died. They have to do the autopsy and, try and figure out what was the cause of death. It's all suspicious deaths. So they get this young guy, he's like 25. They had no idea why he died. He's on the table, and of course they blur it all out for some reason. But they take his fucking eyes out, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not normal. Isn't it just the Y incision? What's the eye? Anyway, obviously he was donating his eyes, and weirdly he actually managed to help 4 people see again because of his donation. He only had 2 eyes, so I'm confused how that works, but I guess they cut it up. I hope it's not like that bullseye we did in school where you put the knife in, it goes that's pretty gross. I think it is. Okay, I'm off track. I'm sorry, hang on a sec. Apparently it's too bad he didn't see that coming. Anyway, I was thinking about it and the whole organ donation thing. Like, if there's anything on my body, I would be happy to give it to somebody else. It's going to cost, I can't listen to you while I'm doing this. It's going to cost far too much to ship my body back to Scotland. But if there was just a wee bit left cremated, somebody could just put it in their pocket. Otherwise, there's a lot of paperwork. But then I was thinking, there's nothing in my body that anybody would want now. Nothing works anymore. My left eye's not too bad, but that's pretty much it. And then I thought, fucking classic idea. I might even go to Dragon's Den with this and change the whole health system forever. Women pay so much money for false boobs. And why can't I just donate my boobs? And it's organic, it's natural. They're not going anywhere, are they? I mean, maybe that's what keeps the fire going when they cremate me, because of all the fat. But I think that's a wonderful idea. I'll stop now. That went down well. So anyway, yes, I was recently in hospital for a couple of weeks. It was a fucking nightmare. It was like being on some kind of soap opera or sitcom, but I was the only one that didn't have a script. That's the only way I can describe it to you. There's so many people you meet in that kind of situation as well. Like, there was so many crazy people. There was Tobacco Tina, who thankfully was only there for the last few days I was there. But she was this woman that came out in her gown, her hospital gown, in a wheelchair with a really annoyed nurse behind her because she wanted to go for a cigarette. Pushed it. And you shouldn't stop that. That's the worst thing you can do in a hospital. You let people do the normal habits, even if they're not good, because they're going to go out of the fucking mind if they don't. So, of course, I was sitting there. And she had, like, she was, I forgot the phrase, she was double fisting smokes and still going, oh, you've got menthol? I'd love one of them. And I'm like, well, let's just have what you've got right now, Flower. And then maybe, and she went, finished. Apparently, I've just been informed again. It's some kind of cigarette bukkake. Now, I'm not really sure what this is. Now, to me, it sounds like some kind of Mediterranean thing. Is it like some kind of dip? Oh, is it eggplant dip? Okay, we're going with the eggplant now, I guess. Well, if you like that kind of thing, you enjoy your bukkake. There was another one. There was a guy that I called Dr. Death. He liked to walk up and down the corridors in his mismatched socks, his hospital gown, with a stethoscope around his neck. He was a patient, and that's what he did every single day. Sometimes he'd try and stop you and give you advice, but as soon as somebody saw him come to you, there was like a mad rush of people. So that's comforting. He clearly was on the right ward. I was on the cardiac ward, which didn't make sense. I think the both of us should have been on the psych ward. There was this other woman who was in the room next to me. Did I tell you that already?
Nope.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have been practicing, but only a couple of times. I just wrote it. So basically, the rooms were split. Like, it was 2 in one room and 2 in the other, but it actually wasn't. It was a room for 4 people, and the motherfucking cheap bastards had put a cardboard wall in between them. So you didn't have much privacy, especially if you needed a doctor. You press the button, and normally they'd come, like on the planes, the bing boom, and they'd arrive. How can I help you? No, these motherfuckers, you press the button and goes, what do you want? I need to go to the toilet, please. So if somebody had something next door, you'd hear them as well. So she was on the phone every single day going, oh, hello. Yes, sorry I didn't get back to you. I just wanted to let you know I'm in the hospital. Yes, that's me. Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? I'm in the hospital. And I swear this woman went through every contact in her phone book just to say, I'm in the hospital. In fact, at one point, I'm pretty sure she said, hello, I know you're the lady that I met in the keg bathroom 5 years ago, and I'm really sorry I didn't get back to you, but I'm in the hospital. And I don't know why this lady in Toronto is a Scottish posh lady, but apparently she is. But that's how it ends with her. But then the worst one was my roommate.
Oh.
Who was different. and I have never questioned my intelligence or wait a minute, that's not okay. Oh, you motherfuckers. You're right. Okay, let me put it another way. I can't think of the words. God damn it. Oh, I get told recently because my brain is all mashed up, if I can't think of the word, thank you. If I can't think of the word for something, I should just say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember how to say that in English. And then people just think you're really intelligent and you know all these different languages. Anyway, what's the fucking word? Oh, she was a psycho anyway. I can't think of a nice way to put it. Fuck it. So she was very demanding and everything, and she got the attention of everybody. But yeah, I got the offer to get a private room because I was still allowed that because I'm still on my ex's insurance, which was great. And this clever little girl went, you know what? I'd probably be lonely. And this seems like a nice lady. Wasn't alert, not a nice lady. Oh, then I said, she'd probably be lonely if I left, so I'll just stay here. Mother. Sorry for my thoughts. But she was, first of all, every time anybody came to see me. And yes, folks, I know that's a surprise, but I had 4 people come to see me the whole. Oh no, wait.
I was there every day.
1, 2, maybe 5. I have friends. Legally, one of them had to bring my pajamas, but yeah, every time they came, she'd like, I've never seen 600-pound woman manspreading before, which was lovely because when I found these nappies, I really didn't know what to do. I was trying to tidy up the shelves to put flowers and stuff on them, so they were quite big. She said, they're not mine. Oh, lassie, they were, because everybody saw. And I just thought I'd said something wrong because I was talking to her and everybody just went, whoa, like that at the same time. And I'm like, what the fuck did I say? I mean, it's quite possible. Also, she had all these issues with her family, like major drama, major. Her grandson came in, her daughter came in, everything was perfect, apart from the way the hospital was treating us, which was terrible, to be quite honest. And I am writing a complaint. I'm going to be a Karen for the first time in my life. But they did nearly kill me, so I think that's fair. Yeah, she had all this drama, but I think the weirdest one was, don't have a bag, but I want to show you. One night, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And I can't sleep there. So I've got my iPad and I've got my headphones and I'm just watching videos. 4 o'clock, she wakes up like this. And I'm like nearly dead. And then she just turns and looks at me. I'll do it. She just does this. And then just keeps doing that. She just sits like that for a good 5 minutes. And I'm like, okay, she's acting weird. And she's like, did you say okay? I'm like, oh. She's like, did you say okay? And I'm like, Mom. So then I thought, well, this lady hasn't eaten for a few days. Maybe she's having a hypo. And I've got a little bag of chocolates next to me. So I was like, would you like some chocolates? Thinking that might help her, and also worried about my fingers, which I should have been, because this is what happened when I gave it. She didn't say thank you or yes or anything. Just grabbed the bag out of my hand. She sat there with the bag, hand in the bag, just eat the chocolate, staring at me, by the way. Okay, this is me right here. She's eating it like this. And the chocolates had fallen out of her mouth and everything. You know what the worst part was, people? These chocolates were individually wrapped. So I've unhooked my own IV and I went to the little desk where all the night staff are, the nurses, and I went, you know the lady that's next to me? Nope. Nope. And I just walked out. I didn't tell him where I was going. I had my wee walker with me and everything, and I just walked out. And I came back in like 40 minutes. The curtains were closed. He told me to close the curtains. And I'm like, she's sitting there like, staring at me. You think I'm going to close the curtains and I don't know what's going on behind there? Oh, no. Do you know how many weapons? She's got a walker, she's got a stick, she's apparently got steel jaw to eat the fucking wrappers as well. I'm not closing the curtains. Anyway, came back, I think they sedated her or something, so I did manage to get to sleep. But there's a lot more to that story, and it's funny because when I wrote this down today, it only took 4 minutes. But apparently I got carried away. So I will let you go. Hang on. Oh, there's one more thing, sorry, I've got to mention. So she's sitting off the side of the bed. She's got her back to me. Her hospital gown is now some kind of scarf hanging down between her legs. So thankfully I can only see the back of her with a big nappy. She's talking on the phone to her daughter. I can't hear what she's saying. I've got my headphones in, although I did try a couple of times with her. And I think her daughter hung up on her because you could see like the reaction of her talking and then going like that to the phone, because one of those phones, right? So she hung it up. And I don't know what her daughter said to her, but I felt really bad for her because her back looks really sad. So I can say, you might not understand it, but you see somebody and they're like, her back looks really sad. So I bought her a couple of tea. And by the way, if you ever go to Tim Hortons, don't ask for a 2 and 2. Apparently it's called a double. And everybody will laugh at you. So I will let you go. Thank you. Sorry, Annie, I went on for too long. We will see you later. Don't forget to come to the after party.
The after party! Woo!
Give it up for Lorna Batters, everybody. Great, Lorna.
After party.
And yes, you guys, don't forget, the after party is going down here as soon as this show goes over. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to come hang out with us, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. You can get your link to the Zoom room right over here at kocomedy.com. Yeah, we've got the after party with Lorna Batters and Sarah Green after this. You guys, we've got the Jackie Mo show back tomorrow. We've got KO Sunday with Casey McNeil. And you guys, next Friday, super exciting. I think it's next Friday. It might be 2 weeks from tonight. I got to go check it again. But you guys, the return of comedy in English is coming back to Friday nights, you guys. Michael Magid. So we got some fun stuff coming up. Come hang out with us. And you guys, before we get to your next awesome comic, I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out. I promised if you guys donate to the show, I'm going to say thank you. So it's time to say thank you. Let's say thank you. As you can see, we got last week's up already. You guys give it up for the amazing William Reynolds dropping $15 on the board. As we know, he likes the bongs. $15, his name on a bong. This week, we're putting him on a ghost bong. That's right, William. Thank you so much. We're going to put you right over here next to your bong from last week. And you guys, it's pretty easy. If you want to get on the board, you guys, we take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal. That's a whole nother thing. KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, you guys, we take those bits as well. Yes, we do. All right. We're going to continue on because we still have some more amazing comedy for you guys. You guys, I'm excited. We had Luke Thayer on tonight. Luke could not make it, but because Luke is so awesome, he was like, yo, I know this other awesome comedian. I'm like, cool, send him on over. You guys, give it up. It's time to meet Troy Allen. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? How we doing? Thanks to Luke for having conflicting obligations. That helps my career out. But if you think I'm a replacement for Luke, you've lost your mind. He's a family comedy, and I'm not. I appreciate y'all being out here. I love these Zoom shows. I really do enjoy these things. I'm a bald man. You can tell that. This is my haircut. And I want to help you address bald people. Don't ask them this question. Once a week, somebody asks me if I'm bald by choice. Like, yeah, dick. I have thick, luxurious hair, but no, I choose to look like a racist cop. I want people to hate me as soon as they see me. That guy's a racist, and that's really stupid. The haircut doesn't make me a racist. My opinions might, but not the haircut. Not the haircut that's the problem. I'm a very progressive guy politically, but it's hard to tell because when you look at me, I walk around all day with resting storm the Capitol face. I definitely should have been there. I was raised in a conservative town. I grew up in Colorado Springs, Colorado, which is famous for two things: evangelical churches and mass shootings. That's it. That's what we do there. I wonder if there's a connection between the two communities. That will be a hard thing to figure out. I tried so hard to move away from that conservative origins in my life. You know, I moved to the big city in New York. I've got 2 college degrees that I'm not using, and I go to the Met when it's free. So I tried to make myself a sophisticated, cultured person, but I swear to God, you get one Coors Light in me. How y'all want to come down and watch my sister audition to be a stripper at the Cracker Barrel? God damn it. All this work, what did it get me? Nothing. How we doing post pandemic? We make it out okay? Is our mental health okay? I'm worried about people. We've got this national case of PTSD and we're not talking about it. And I knew the shutdown was going to get in my head. I just didn't realize how fast it was going to happen. 3 days into the shutdown, I'd already picked which neighbor I was going to eat when the food runs out. And it's going to be Sarah in 3R because she's a little bit of a bitch. And, you know, if we can gobble those genes up while we can, that's a good idea. Clean up that gene pool. But she's also got this big ass, and I'm not mad about it. I'm Irish. I like my baked potatoes loaded, but damn.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. That ass would feed my family for a month during the toilet paper wars. It's funny to me that we're still arguing over the pandemic. We're still debating whether or not the virus was real. I see this online all the time. It drives me crazy because my roommate settled this debate for me really early on in the pandemic. His name is David. He's gay. He came home about 30 days into the shutdown. He's like, all right, honey, no more hooking up until this is over because it's not safe out there. I was like, all right, this shit is real. This is real. Gay men have stopped fucking. This is a national emergency. Get your ivermectin, get your vaccine, and go back inside. You can come back out when you hear gay dudes fucking again, like some homosexual Groundhog Day shit. It's weird. I like living with a gay. I think it's perfect. Straight guy, gay guy in a place because one of us has to be man enough to take out dead mice, and it's not going to be me, so I appreciate David. We had kind of a weird interaction not long ago. He's a jazz singer, and I heard him go out the front door for a gig, and I was like, cool, now I can do what I like to do in the shower when no one's home, and that is sing Adele songs. I'm on Someone Like You right now, and I know the song word for word. I launched into it. I crushed it. The audience was on their feet throwing bras and panties at the stage, and then I hear real applause. David hadn't actually left, and he was losing his mind. He's like, oh, sing about your pain, honey. Yeah, girl. I was like, fuck. I'm not embarrassed that he caught me singing, but I was just like, how the fuck did you get in the shower with me? That's uncomfortable. My roommate, if you listen to the evangelical right, he's the reason we have bad weather, right? They're always blaming natural disasters on gay people. That's God going after the gays. Tornado, Oklahoma, about 3 months ago, wiped out a trailer park, a tragedy for all of those families, nothing to joke about. But on cue, the evangelical right was like, yeah, that's God going after the gays. Okay. Have you met any gay people? Because I'm sure that there aren't any in a trailer park in Oklahoma where gay people hang out. Gay people are either at a Madonna concert or brunch. That's where gay people are all of the time if you're looking for them. Destroying a trailer park with a tornado doesn't make me think God hates gay people. It makes me think God hates NASCAR fans. And totally okay with that. Totally okay with that. But still not fair, though. That's still bigotry in its own right, right? And they weren't, they didn't choose to be NASCAR fans. They were born that way. Gotta give it a few seconds for people of humor. I think more than the evangelical right, the group of people that I hate more than anybody right now is flat earthers. I can't believe they still exist. If you've never had a conversation with a flat earther, you should never have a conversation with a flat earther. The Venn diagram of evangelicals and flat earthers is just one 360-degree line of fucking stupid. It's bad to me that they still exist. And they come at you with like two dimensions. They won't bring you the third, like, yeah, the earth is round and flat. It's like, okay, all right, I'm with you. How thick is it? How deep is the crust on this pizza that we're about to eat? That's what I need to know because I'm about to plant a garden. How far can I dig down to plant azalea bulbs before I get sucked out into the atmosphere? That's what I need. I don't have these answers. And I think the biggest flaw in their argument isn't the dimensions. I think it's just the idea that there's a flat earth and there's an edge where we could all stand and peer out into limitless space. and somehow America hasn't turned that into a shitty theme park. There'd be zip lines to nowhere. There'd be a restaurant at the edge of the universe. Come on, that's what would be going on down there. I wish that the Earth was flat, because if it was, I would line all the flat earthers up on the edge and kick them off. And I understand how that's not fair, because they'd be right. Very cool, man. Oh, what was it? Justin was talking about ethical non-monogamy. Yeah. Is it weird that whenever I hear someone say they're spiritual but not religious, I assume they're in an open relationship? I don't think that's too far-fetched, because it's like, I want my cake and kind of eat it too, which I don't disagree with. Why would you buy a cake if you weren't going to fucking eat it? But they call it ethical non-monogamy, and I have no problem with it. But what happened to traditional families where, mom and dad cheated on each other, lied about it, and carried those secrets to the grave for the good of the nuclear family? Where did that? I guess what I'm saying is I miss my parents. I had made a rookie mistake with a girl I'm seeing the other night, and I just wanted to liven things up. We were just going to have a flat night. I was like, let's shake things up a little bit. So I said, I asked her, I played that game, which celebrity would you bang if you had a cheat day? And I didn't finish the question. I said, which celebrity would you? And she said, Jason Statham and The Rock. Okay. Want to take some time and think about that? Or were you waiting for the moment to tell me I was the third in line in your life? Jesus Christ. But then I thought about it. I was like, that makes sense. Jason Statham and The Rock. My girl likes shitty actors. That's what's up there. That's awesome. And and now it was my turn. And she said, okay, who would you bang if you had a cheat day? And I was like, okay, well, Velma from Scooby-Doo, because nerdy girls are where it's at. Every smart man knows that. These girls have been reading about sex their whole life, and they're ready to show their work. So that's a good thing. And then I think this is universal. Miss Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Who wouldn't have sex with that cartoon? Everybody wants to bang Jessica Rabbit. and my girlfriend was a little put off. She's like, Troy, are there any humans on your list? And I was like, well, Lenny Kravitz. That's okay. And she was shocked. She was just looking at me. She's like, Troy, I can't believe I've known you this long, and I'm just finding out that you're turned on by cartoons. And I was like, well, that's on you. You should have known, because every time I come, I go, that's all, folks. How we feel about the election, huh? Everybody excited? Swear to God, the political climate feels like a third grade roast battle. We're like one debate away from somebody wiping a booger on their opponent. It's just disgusting to me. And the big concern now is election security. Can we keep fraud out of our elections? That didn't happen in the first place. We won't deal with that right here. But I know that I can't be in charge of election security. I know I'd be terrible at it, because I use my last name and my birth year for all of my passwords. And then I tell people that on the internet. So I'm not the guy you put in charge of election security. I think we should put Apple in charge of election security. Because if they can keep fraud out of the elections like they keep me out of my iTunes, we're good. I hope when Steve Jobs approached the gates of heaven, St. Peter asked him for a password he couldn't remember. Open the gates of hell and let him go down there where he can spend all of eternity making cell phones for Chinese toddlers. I think that'd be awesome. Oh, man, it's crazy. There's the right wing is coming unglued, too, right now. They're like, if Trump doesn't win, there's going to be war. Take it easy, CPAP. we're the only war you're fighting is the war against high blood sugar, brother. Take it easy. We're not worried about you. And I swear to God, I mean, if there is a war, it's going to be the shortest war ever. This will be the first war won by glitter, just like, hey, and they're out of there, chasing with a gang of drag queens. It'd be amazing. How much time do I have? Another 40 minutes? Cool. Let's keep it going. I'm getting old. I'm 54 years old, and I'm fighting against this impulse to become one of those older guys trashing the generation behind me and doing that stuff. I just try not to, because it's pointless, and I was that generation, and it's just this cycle that repeats, and I don't want it. But I do notice that, our parents, my parents especially, they would spend a lot of time when I was young telling me how hard they were working to give me a better life. And I think their parents did the same thing. Like, I'm working hard so you don't have to. And then they do all this work to give us a better life. And they see us having a better life. And they go, pussy, man up. Why aren't you fighting a war in the South Pacific? It's like, I thought you wanted to have a better life. Not that much better, boy. God damn it. You should be annoyed by how good your kids have it, because if you're not, you did a shitty job as a parent, I think. It's crazy to me. Are there cat people in here? Sarah, I'm looking your way. I don't think that.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
I got it. All right. I see a bunch of guy comics come up on stage and they trash, cats and cat. And I don't trash cats. I like cats. I don't want them as a pet, but I think I like cats because as I get older, I'm turning into one. I swear to God, I don't want you near me unless we're going to have sex or I need to feel sad, and I have just been taking shits in every closet in the house. I don't know why that is happening with me. Oh, now we got cat penis in the chat room. First it was war penis, now it's cat penis. All right, I don't know what's happening in the chat. I'm going to stay out of that, focus on the cat joke. I think cats are fine. I just think the number of cats is the line. One cat is a pet. Two cats are a friend for your pet. The third cat, let's just call that a diagnosis, right? Because at that point, it's multiple personality disorder, and you should have to name them that way when you get that many cats. Just like, all right, well, that's borderline personality disorder, that's PTSD, and that right there is, well, nymphomania. And if that's, you've got a cat named that, let's do it. Let's get on it. As if we need other reasons to fight in the country, there's a big debate. Now, I've been watching this particular website, and people are arguing over who's better, cat people or dog people. And I was getting in this debate, and this girl's like, oh, no, cat people are way better because you never see videos of cat owners fucking their pets on the internet. Oh. That's a wild argument, but it put me in a tough spot because I had to go search for that. I had to fact check this argument. And now I have to burn my laptop because one, it's not true. Yes, they do. And two, I have to get rid of this because if I die tonight and my family checks my Google search history tomorrow, that's going to bring up more questions than it does answers. Holy shit. Ridiculous. All right, does Lorna have someone in the room going to kill her? What's happening there? All right. Wouldn't that be heinous? Strangle murder on a comedy show? Let's not do that today. How about we avoid that? I'll finish up with this. I have trouble sleeping, and it's not uncommon, but it's only in my bed at bedtime. That's the only time I have trouble sleeping. 10 in the morning in a job interview, I'm out cold. Put my head on the pillow at night, and then my brain jumps in. It's like, you're stupid, and everybody hates you. Nicole married a lawyer because you don't have a good job. Like, shut up. My brain is a dickhead is the problem. So I started using the Calm app to help meditate and go to sleep, and it's been very useful, very helpful to me. But a lot of the narrators on these meditations are Australian men. And I gravitate to these now. I look for these guys because there's something about that prison colony accent that just feels like a pair of big arms wrapping around me, making me feel safe. And then they come on, it's like, oi, why don't you just go to sleep, you little bitch? Like, I'm not a real man. I'll go to sleep. I don't know if you've ever called the Coriolis effect, and it has to do with Australia's position on the Earth or in the southern hemisphere. And when you flush the toilet, supposedly the water flows the other way. I don't know if it's true, but after 3 years of listening to Australian men read me lullabies, if I'm ever in Australia, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go the other way. It's entirely possible that I'm only heterosexual in the northern hemisphere is what I'm saying. Thanks for having me tonight. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Give it up for Troy Allen, everyone. And do not forget, give him a follow over at Troy Allen70 over on Instagram. Yeah, that was fantastic. Thank you so much, Troy. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. All right, you guys, we still have 2 more awesome comedians. But as I promised, I am going to go ahead and give a couple of shout outs. So let's shout it out. Let's do it. All right, you guys. You guys give it up for the amazing Abigail H. Brown dropping $5 on the board. As we all know, Abigail likes frogs. So I found her another frog in a spooky fashion. Also, you guys, better get in the Zoom room because she's going to be here very soon, you guys. Give it up for that. Sarah Green dropping $5. Sarah likes pipes, and that is a very spooky pipe. That's a very spooky pipe. I think it's dope. I think I might order that later for myself. Okay. All right, you guys. If you guys want to get your own names up there, you're absolutely welcome to. It's really easy. We take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, we take the bits as well, you guys. We take those bits as well. And yeah, let's just keep this show going. You guys, it is time for the wonderful, the amazing. It's been a while since he's been here. I'm glad that he's back. You guys give it up for Jacques Lambert.
Yeah.
Hello, my KO friends. Yes, no, it's been a while, and I feel bad because Troy was talking about people assume he was at like January 6th. I know he wasn't because he called me for a ride. Do you think Nike hangs up their inspirational Just Do It posters to inspire the 12-year-old kids making the sneakers? No, that's I'm kidding. Those kids are 8. But as far as kids go, I think I might be the only parent here, so you guys won't be that helpful. But does anybody know how old other people's kids have to be before you can hit them? You've all thought of it. If you haven't, you haven't met Trevor, that little fuck. No, I've never hit my own kids. I can't because, my son, he's part Asian. He's gay. That's 2 hate crimes. Myself, I really didn't want to do the Ancestry.com or the 23andMe thing, try to avoid paternity suits, but I did it. I got my results back. No surprises. I am 103% white trash. No, it's true. I end up using my wedding vows and I outsource some diversity. I married a woman who, like my favorite K-pop bands, from Korea.
Right.
After a show recently, I was accused of marrying an Asian just so I can make some jokes, and it hurt. It really hurt. So I looked them right in the face and said, "No, babe, I married you because you have big boobs."
Yay!
I've been married for 32 years.
Yeah, baby.
That's if we count the ex-wives. But my marriage it's built on a foundation of laughter, not so much because I'm a comic, because she's seen me naked. Yeah. We met on the dating app Unhinged. Actually, we've been together before the apps come out, and I think she's bummed she never got to try the apps because she keeps telling me she's bummed she never got to try the apps. not the best sign. If you're on the apps, I'd start with LinkedIn. That way, you know they have a job.
Yeah.
But as far as this goes, money wise, we're fine because we are a 2-income family. My wife has 2 jobs. Hit a little bit of a speed bump last year on a weight loss program. I misunderstood the term cheat day. That one's on me. Look, if you're going to have an affair, you got to have a plan. My plan, if my wife catches me breaking a few commandments with her sister, I'm going to pretend I'm racist and say I just couldn't tell them apart.
Oh.
My wife doesn't have a sister, but sometimes when we're going at it, spice things up. I like to pretend she's her sister.
Oh.
At 20 years in, I have a better chance with her sister. I would never, ever have an affair. Never. At moral high ground, no. Lazy. All that work and planning, for 3 minutes of magic, and that's if we do it twice. Oh, so I have 2 women telling me how awful I am at all of it. No, I spent 15 minutes today looking for my glasses that I was wearing. I'm not pulling off an affair, No, and I'm really happy. And I would never, ever want to be back out there, take a woman out to dinner. I don't fool around on the first date. What about the last? The only line that ever kind of worked for me is, hey, does this rag smell like ether to you?
Yeah.
No, I was a late bloomer because unlike all the other kids on my high school football team, I waited for a girl to say yes.
Yeah.
I dated a lot of women who lived in gated communities, which is way too much work because those women prisons are like an hour outside of town. Way hard to get to, our kids are older and I miss my kids being younger. The thing I miss most about them not being younger is I miss the window I could have dropped them off at a police station and just driven away.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody here is sports fans. I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I know the Hockey Hall of Fame's in Toronto. I know the Baseball Hall of Fame's in Cooperstown, New York, I think. But the Passive Aggressive Hall of Fame is in my living room. My wife just got a plaque there. She's done all the classic things like, block me on Facebook. She hid the coffee strainer a little while ago, which is interesting because I don't even drink coffee. I'm not a Mormon. I'm just better, than you. But she did that. But the genius one, the one that put her over the top, she changed the programming on the TV recorder to stop taping my shows 2 minutes before they're over. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. But I assumed everything worked out on The Sopranos. I didn't get to see the end of it, but I assume everything's fine. My wife came home recently. And she was going to ask me if I wanted to go to this fundraiser her friend was having, but she realizes if I can't bring my PS5, I don't want to go to anything. So she said, get in the car. And then she's like, now go back in the house and put pants on. So we went to this fundraiser, and to my surprise, I was having a great time. I won a gigantic cookie basket. I never win anything. It was awesome till I found out it was a fundraiser for children's insulin. Now, I'm not a smart man, but the irony of winning a cookie basket at a diabetes fundraiser, not lost on me. Diabetes cookies, they have this kind of weird aftertaste like guilt. I guess it is. But seriously, what kind of Hunger Game timeline are we living in where children's medical needs are tied to a pie eating contest? Oh, Timmy, you didn't finish the crust. That doesn't count. One chemo treatment off the board, please. Honestly, we are at the point where any day we're going to find out that OnlyFans is a payment option on a hospital bill. And fun runs, they're not fun. Just stop it. It's 103. Where are you going? Out on a fun run to raise awareness for MS. It's like, you raise my awareness, you're going to die of heat stroke. I have a friend, Mike, who's been doing this MS walk for 15 years now, and you sponsor him every mile he walks. So I guess where MS is still here, it's Mike's fault for not walking enough. Look, I don't want my friends to put their own health in jeopardy. Like, I'll just put a reminder to give you $50 every September, unless we can get them on something like a wipeout and really like embarrass them, or a double dare thing where there's slime involved. Then I'll just buy a box of EpiPens for the kids. I don't know if I'm the only one on this Zoom whose wife recently came home and let you know you're buying a $300 bird feeder.
Whoa.
Yeah. And just as I was about to say, you've lost your mind, that's not happening. I remember my wife's bisexual. She only gets sexual when she buys stuff. So.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey-oh. And, it's actually, the worst part is it turns out the birds in our neighborhood are gluten-free birds, so we have to go an hour to buy a special seed bag at like this feed store, and it weighs like 150 pounds. And the worst part is I have to walk around the store looking for a real man who can help carry this bag out because I can't do that. But whatever kind of bird crack is in there, it's working, because when you look out, it looks like a pride flag hanging off the bird feeder now. There's like blue ones, red ones. Well, that's a pigeon. That doesn't count. And now I'm all in. I'm all in. I could watch this thing for hours. What's that big college word for bird watcher? Oh, loser. Loser. Big. Look, they say there's 8.5 billion people on this planet, and no two people have the same fingerprints. So then why does the FBI and Homeland Security both have mine? I'm a pacifist, but I truly believe people who have gender reveal parties should be pushed into wood chippers.
Yep.
I mean, this baby griff thing is just out of control. I had a buddy calls me all super excited last year that his victim was his wife was finally pregnant. And he shoots me over a gift registry, which was cool. It took out the guesswork. I might have gotten nunchucks or something. But he has 4 more parties over the next 3 months. I keep waiting to get a QR code from him that takes you to his OnlyFans site, where behind the paywall, he used his kid's conception video to raise some money. And I'm telling you right now, I'm probably going to spend the $10.
Oh, my
No,
God.
fantastic ass. His wife is cute too. His wife is really cute too. So, in a couple of weeks I don't know if it's up in Canada, if you guys still do this, but in New England we still have to turn the clocks back or forwards, and I absolutely hate it. I'm dreading it already because every time we change the clock, it ruins my world for like 3 weeks. I lose track of what day it is. Last time I wrote 2006 on a check. The fucked up thing is I wrote a check, which I haven't done since 2006. And I don't know, again, I think I'm the oldest one on this Zoom, so I don't know if anybody else has gotten to that super fun chapter of life where you've taken care of a parent. I can tell you it is a lot harder than taking care of a toddler. The diapers, so much bigger.
Yep.
We moved back to this area to help take care of my mother-in-law a few years ago, and boy, did we take care of her. The doctor said it was going to be like a 5 or 7 year window of care, and we did such an amazing job. We lost her after 2.
Oh, God.
Relax. We didn't lose her. I know right where she is. I have a shovel if you want to go say hello. And apparently I'm going to have to say hello at one point, because the week after the funeral, my wife realized she buried her with a locket she was supposed to keep. So now I'm the one who has to Google when grave robbing becomes archaeology.
Oh.
Anybody else here miss the 90s?
Yeah.
The music? The teleporting? I mean drinking and driving? Look, I know better now. I'm just going to say long car trips went by a lot quicker when I did not know I was on one. No DUIs, no accidents. Yes, a couple mornings I woke up and had to wash off the bumper what I told myself was deer blood. And apparently the deer was a Leafs fan, no loss. You know, now I love road trips. And last summer, I took my sons on a 70s style road trip like my dad used to take us on. By 70s style, I mean I took the seatbelts out of the car. I started smoking in my 50s, had a hump installed in the back, glued some wood paneling to my Santa Fe. That was a lot of fun. You know, you can't have a 70s style road trip without picking up a hitchhiker, which we did in a little town called They'll Never Find the Body, New Mexico. But my favorite part of the road trip was the billboards, because along the ride, you would find out about these quaint little roadside attractions or these little diners, or that the next exit, there's a gentleman's club with a free buffet and a side order of chlamydia. Those were a lot of fun. Anybody ready for the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah.
Because I've done the homework. I'm ready. I watched The Walking Dead, played Resident Evil games. I've been to Florida. The only weapon that you need is a toaster and a bathtub. You don't want to stick around for this. I mean, I'm not outrunning anybody, but you got to think, do you really want to live in a world without DoorDash? That's me. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's enough, B plus or B minus material for everybody. So thank you for having me back to KO Comedy. But I'll leave everybody with the words of wisdom from my favorite comedian of all time, George Carlin. And I never forget when he said Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. My name's Jacques Lambert. May the force be with you.
Give it up for Jacques Lambert, everybody! And don't forget to follow him at Carnival Personnel Podcasts. Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much, Jacques. It's great having you back. Absolutely fantastic. All right, you guys, we've got just one more for you. But per usual, I'm going to go ahead and give another shout out. So let's get to it. Now, you guys, fun fact,
Recording
you
stop.
stay anonymous. All you have to do is leave a note saying, I want to stay anonymous. And I say, okay, bam. Thank you so much, KO Fanonymous. We appreciate that. That's right. That's Pumpkins mooning us. The prompt was Halloween funny, and that's what we got. All right, you guys. If you want to get your name up there, or if you just want to donate to the show, you can. It's really easy. We take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOcomedyshows@gmail.com. And if you are watching on Twitch, we also take those bits. All right, you guys, let's get one more in here. You can see her right here tomorrow, Saturday, on the Jackie Mo Show. You can also follow her at Jackie Monahan. You guys, give it up for the amazing, the incredible, the beautiful Jackie Monahan.
Woo! Jackie!
Jackie, are you there, Jackie? Calling all Jackies. Well, there's definitely a Jackie in the room. Whether Jackie can hear us, I don't know. Oh, Jackie, oh, Jackie, hey, I hear a Jackie. What's up, Jackie?
I can't get my video on for some reason.
Oh, no.
Do you see my video?
I do not see your video.
When you couldn't hear me, could you see me?
When I couldn't hear you, no, I couldn't see you at all. No, I can only see your picture. Let's see.
I'm on my phone.
Oh, well, let's see. You can go to video settings. That might be at the bottom of your screen, next to video. Might be able to figure out your camera from there.
Should I just do sounds?
We can do some sound. You want to do a shorter set?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I wonder why I can't figure it out. I've done it before and gotten on it.
Yeah, I know. You've done it here. Well, you guys, we're going to try this out. I want everyone to put your imaginations on and listen to the amazing sounds of Jackie Monahan.
Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry you can't see me. It's too bad because I'm naked. was really excited to be naked for everybody, but yeah, I'm in my car, but I'm naked in the car. So normally I'm not naked in the car, but today I am. But normally when I am on the road and in the car and doing KO comedy or the Jackie Mo show and it's Zoom, I can figure out how to get on. I don't know what's going on, so I'm really sorry, everybody. But so I'll just do a shorter set. And hi, oh, my boobs are in the way. Okay. So yeah, I thought I'd surprise you guys and just be naked in the car, and look what happened. I guess the universe didn't want that. The universe didn't want it. Anyway, my therapist told me that sarcasm is really anger. And I quit my therapist. I was pissed. Thank you. I had an ex-girlfriend and she's an ex. We got along so well. I really, really cared about her a lot, but she wouldn't stop saying shit. And it doesn't seem like she just said it all the time. I'm like, hey, can you just take shit out of your vocabulary? And she really couldn't. Every day she was like, shit for brains. This is a shit show. The shit hit the fan. Get your shit together. Cut the shit. Finally, I was like, I gotta get out of this shit. Oh, man, everybody. So I date men and women, but today is National Coming Out Day.
Hey.
So anybody that wants to come out, do it. And I made a video today with my friend for National Coming Out Day. So please go on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, and you can see the video. The longest form is on TikTok. I spent a lot of time. You wouldn't think by looking at it. But I think I'm going to show it tomorrow on the Jackie Mo Show if you want to see it on there. I'll send it ahead of time to Annie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe I'll be naked. You never know. I got these new pasties. That's why I thought it was okay to be naked. But it's so weird that I can see myself in the video, and it's sideways too, which is weird. Okay, everybody. I don't know if you guys have watched Monster about the Menendez brothers. So many M's in this. First of all, they want to. It's called Monster. The Menendez brothers. They wanted to blame the murders on the mob. The father worked for Menudo, and did you know he wanted the kids to? They're like, when the Menudo guys age out, we'll just replace them with younger people. So that shows that he was guilty too. Also, if you saw Monster, they leave it up in the air for you, but in real life, in real life, the father did reportedly rape one of the Menudo band members, but not Ricky Martin. Not Ricky Martin, I don't think. I don't know. And here comes the comedy. The other M is Milli Vanilli, everybody. And man, I loved Milli Vanilli. Like, that was my first love. Milli Vanilli was out. I was 12 years old, dancing in the yard for Shannon across the street. And we fell in love. And then Shannon moved away. And I love the song, It's a Tragedy for Me to See the Dream is Over. And that was so appropriate for us. We were 12 and Shannon was moving away, but not appropriate for the funeral song for the parents. I can't believe. And I was on a show recently with a woman whose boss went to the funeral, and they really did play that song. It's so inappropriate and so hilarious. Murder's not hilarious, or is it? I don't know. But my dream is for so the father probably was a rapist, probably did rape the kids. So they've already been in jail for over 3 decades. Let them out and have them do a type of community service. The community service I think they should do is tour for 5 years as Menudo and Milli Vanilli, a mixture of the both. I don't know any Menudo songs, but I know every Milli Vanilli song. And it's so not cool because everybody lip syncs now. People are lip syncing to Milli Vanilli. It's so not cool that I can't hear Milli Vanilli songs. I haven't heard Milli Vanilli songs in how long, because it's never just randomly on. And then the first time I hear it, it's at a funeral on TV.
Oh, no.
And like that was my nostalgia, and my nostalgia is ruined. I've had a string of bad luck in my life, everybody. One is this camera not working. If you could see these pasties, they're Bart Simpson themed pasties. Anyway, so my other dream is but I think that's a good solution. They come out, they entertain us for 5 years, and we see how they deal. If they're on the road, if they can like not murder anybody while they're touring for 5 years, they're probably fine, you know? Anyway, so, and they'll be in the public eye. I think it's a great idea. I think I'm smart on this. But my movie idea is a Freaky Friday where Milli Vanilli and Menendez brothers switch bodies. I think that would be hilarious. But one of the Milli Vanilli guys did kill himself. Can you believe he killed himself over a lip syncing fiasco? So I think that in the Freaky Friday situation, there'll be like a hologram. People love holograms, everybody. People love holograms. Okay, everybody. I think that you guys really want to know what I think about hashtag van life. I think that I am not going to get involved. I know people that do hashtag van life, but I don't understand, because when I was a kid, I was scared to go walk by a van, you know? And I wouldn't go down the street where there was a van. Now my odds of getting sold into sex slavery are plummeting, but somebody said recently that there was still a market for me. So I was like, oh shit, somebody has to walk me to my car. But people on YouTube with their van life, there'll be a young 20-year-old and she's like, I'm parked here at this address. It's like, Becky, please, like I want to go there and shake the van and scare her. Like, don't go telling people where you live in this van. But like the scariest thing about this van life, 2 words, everybody: compost toilet. Those words should not be together ever. And I did some research on it, and it goes further. There's luxury compost toilet. Those words were not meant to be in the same paragraph. Luxury compost toilet, no. All no. And so I want to leave you with a song, and it's called My Pasties Fell Off. My pasties fell off. What will I do? I'm in my car with no pasties. It's like I'm doing van life, but there's no van. Like everybody can see in. So I better go put my shirt on. But I hope to see everybody tomorrow. Hopefully the pasties will work tomorrow. And I'll show you that video. I'll show you the video too. Thank you, everybody who donated. You're a dream come true.
Guys, give it up for Jackie Monahan.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I'm so sorry you guys missed it, but tonight she was naked, but just pasties on. We all missed out. We all missed out. But yes, Jackie will be hanging out here tomorrow, right here on KO Comedy with the Jackie Mo Show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I encourage everyone to come hang out with us. And yes, you guys, that is our show for you tonight. Twitch. Remember, if you will go over to kocomedy.com, sign up for that email. We're going to keep the after party going right here in the Zoom room. Let's go. So definitely come on through for that. We're going to get our game on. It's going down. It's Friday night. It's time for some games and for some hanging out and for some laughs. So let's go. Hope to see all of you on tomorrow and on Sunday. You guys, Twitch, have a great night. I will see you on the next one. There we go. Good night, everybody.
Come by tomorrow.
Good night. Thank you. I'm only saying good night to a couple of you. Hopefully you can stay on for the games. The after party. There's no pressure.